Good evening, family. This is Consciously Melanated Queens. The reading of Sacred Woman, Gateway 3, continued. So, if you have this book, you know that it is very thick. I'm going to just continue reading from where I stopped. I did read a couple pages in between from our last time, and I went ahead and said, you know what, let me just jump on here since I am reading and just help those that are having a hard time, getting through the material. So page 189, again, my name is Angela Quijada Banks. I'm the founder of Consciously Melanated Queens, and I am a divine purpose coach. I provide all kinds of services around crown chakra, like Reiki healing, purpose coaching, divine purpose coaching at that, and several other things, spiritual guidance and mentorship. And so today I just want to read some more of The Sacred Woman, Gateway 3. So let us get on with it. It's page 189. Hopefully you have your book out. I have my journal with me as well, just to take some notes when things come up that are, which if I were to be serious, I probably would take notes about the whole entire book, but we're not going to do that. All right, so we're going to start on page 189 at the top with affirmations for the body members. I am the knot within the tamarisk tree, beautiful of splendor more than yesterday. My hair is of new, the primordial waters. My face is of Ra, sun energy. My two eyes are of Het Teru, or divine love. My two ears are of Apu Wat, opener of the way of inner standing. My nose is of the Kent Sheps, indwelling ancestors. My two lips are of Anpu, the utterers who report to Tahuti divine intelligence. My teeth are of Khepera, the transformer. My neck is of Ast, the divine. My two hands are of Knimu, or molder of form, lord of Tatu, place of stability. My forearms are of Net, strong forearm weaver, lady of Saul, placed in the Nile Delta where Net shrines was established. My backbone is of Sut, or stability. My phallus / other part, female part, is of Asar and Ast, or divinity. My reins, kidneys, are of the lords and ladies of Ker Abba, region in the delta, a place of defense. My chest inspires awe. My belly and my back are of Sekhmet, or vital power. My buttocks are of the eyes of Heru, watch your back. My hips and legs are of Nut, the sky. My feet are of Ptah, grounded and solid. My fingers and my toes are of the living Ritu, or the chakras, the energy forces. Symbol is the cobra, feminine principle, intuition. Not a body member of mine is without Neter, or divinity. Tahuti protects my flesh entirely. I am Ra, or the solar force, every day. I shall not be seized by my arms, nor shall I be carried away by my hand, nor shall the Neteru, spiritual guardians, shining ones, the dead, ancestors, ancient ones, or any mortal bring harm unto me. I come forth advancing. I know my name. I am light, seer of millions of years in my name, traveling along the way of Heru, the light. Whew, that was pretty powerful, honestly. Like, I think I would love to reread that, so I'm going to write that in my journal really quickly. Again, if you have your journal, be sure to take that out so when you see something that is inspiring or something, you can write it down. So this is page 189. Page 189, affirmations for body members. Oh, pencil broke already. We're going to move on to the next section on page 189, which says, throughout my life, it was dance that healed me. When I was about 16, I went from riding my bike to studying dance in its many forms, and it became sacred medicine for me. I find that the divine creator and my ancestors speak through me with the most power when I do my spirit dancing. When I dance, I fend off the evil eye and keep it from attacking me. I shake off family wars and my children's growing pains and my love pain, stress, and bad attitudes. When I dance, I'm filled with the great gratitude for having found my healing mission at such a young age. My ancestors fill me with serenity as they dance in me. When I dance to the drum, flying through space just like a free bird. I kick and spin and jump and twirl and reach up and grab my soul each and every time. Dancing is my medicine. Spirit dancing is and will always be an endless sweet nectar of delight. It is delicious and fulfilling, and I do it whenever the need rises up in me. Dance heals me like nothing else. Now, mind you, wheatgrass, spirulina, green juices, and sweat baths go very far in my book, but dance goes even farther. I can feel the Holy Spirit move through me while I'm dancing. I can feel the universe and all her stars flow through me whenever I do my spirit dance. With dance, even if I trip over my feet and land on the floor, it doesn't matter, because when I dance, I can do no wrong. Because it ain't about the steps, it's about the spirit that absolutely fills me. When I raise my arms, the divine moves in me. When I kick my leg, the divine is working brilliantly through me. When I contract and release, my world is renewed. All the fresh, new blood pumping through me carries away toxic thoughts and attitudes. Arteries clear up, opening me up to greater possibilities. My nervous system gets eased through to release pent-up stress. My lungs expand and I breathe in fresh experiences. Just having fun. I wash my inner ocean and become new and clean and whole. I tell everybody to use dance as natural therapy, as a cultural, spiritual expression of divinity. I tell them to take African dance, Brazilian dance, Haitian dance, every kind of dance to keep your inner vibrations in tune with the cosmos. In my past and my present, I have used dance along with natural healing to deal with all my ills. When I got married, I danced to celebrate the union. When I got pregnant, I danced to prepare to have a healthy baby. After having my baby, I danced to get my tone back. When I was breastfeeding and could not be separated from my baby, I wrapped her on my back in traditional style and danced us across the floor together. When I divorced, I danced to heal my heart. When I got a new man in my life, I danced to show appreciation and gratitude to the one divine spirit. If my girlfriend hurt my feelings with some piercing words, I danced to mend my soul. If my life appeared to be falling apart, I danced it back together. When new work came, I'm laughing because this is so relatable. When new work came through or a new opportunity opened up, I danced to rejoice. Whenever I was off, I danced myself to sanity. Dance, like my biking and nightly walks, has been and will always be a part of me. I dance because, like all natural living and healing methods available to me, it works on my body and soul. And soul. Dance once saved my life. I was riding my bicycle home after teaching a dance class in the Bedford Stuyvesant section of Brooklyn when suddenly a large, fast-moving car struck my bicycle. Time stood still. A voice from deep within me spoke and said, "Dance. You won't die if you just dance." I released the bicycle, extended my arms, pointing my feet, and did a classic swan dive across the hood of the car. The driver and I stared at each other through opposite sides of the windshield. After a few moments, I climbed down off the hood, retrieved my battered bicycle, and went home. If I had tensed my body, I'm sure I would have been injured badly and probably hospitalized. I will admit I was a little shaken up, but I knew I hadn't suffered even a scratch because I had danced. I offered deep gratitude for such a life-saving gift. I've been dancing since my teens. I was dancing healing with the Sylvia Forte Dance Company in the late 1970s, filled with the rhythms of Brazilian and Haitian dance as we performed Yanvalu. I'm going to look up what Yanvalu is later. So let's see. I'll just use this pen. Jan Valu, question mark. Just so that I can go back to it. See. Jan Valu. During this time, I danced and acted with the Demigods theatrical company directed by Joseph Walker. I danced at a Yoruba ritual with Baba Ishangi, a master spiritualist and teacher of African culture. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, the Orishas danced through us to help heal souls in great need. I danced for the grandfather and grandmother spirits as at the Native American Sundance and Sweat Lodges in South Dakota. I danced at the Hare Krishna temple with Landini Shaktidas, my longtime spiritual friend, to help raise Krishna consciousness. I danced with my family at my grandmother and grandfather's church in Louisiana as we all shouted in praise of Jesus, the great healer and light. I danced with Olatunji Dance Company as his drums of passion rocked my soul. I danced a spirit dance at a funeral, a homecoming ceremony in Ghana, West Africa, with Joe Menza and his family. I danced and healed through African dance classes with Professor Doris Green at Brooklyn College and Charles Moore in Park Slope and Chuck Davis in Harlem and Denny Zulu over in Queens. And there was jazz dance with Alvin Ailey and Dunham dance with Joanne Peters and belly dancing with Aja and Juju spirit dance with Bernadine in Smythe Towie Center. I performed the dance of the womb at sister-to-sister gatherings and at birthing ceremonies, naming ceremonies, and Kemetic rituals. I danced to bring forth the dwelling healer, to work up a divine mojo, resolve conflicts, create new conditions, or purge out negative juju imposed on me by this society. I dance through my house like I'm talking with a kick. And I spin twice through the hallway to the bathroom as I run the water into my tub. Then I leap into the kitchen laboratory and spin my arms around the pot of herb tea. I danced into my children's room, sending good vibes into the atmosphere. One day my mother was not feeling like herself and she asked, Helen, could you dance for me? It seemed dance made her as happy as it did me. In between writing these pages, I've gotten up off the floor where I write most of the time and started dancing to move and stir my creative juices so that I could go and write some more. If you're an artist or a sacred woman and we're tight, I'm going to talk you into taking a dance class with me. I've shared my dancing spirit with Erykah Badu, Hazel Goodman, and Princess. I almost persuaded my beloved client, Ben Verzeen, to take a Dunham dance class with me. To this day, my eldest son, Supernova, and I dance at Alvin Ailey School of Dance so we can summon some extra healing in our times of need. When you combine cleansing and dance, you create a blissfully charged combination that's beyond words. Dance has always been intertwined with my healing work because for me, there is no separation between me and my dance. You see, in African culture, our spiritual lifestyle, our rituals and ceremonies have always been expressed through dance from the beginning of time. In my mama and daddy's day, they released their woes and expressed their joy through the jig and the Lindy Hop. I'm just maintaining my tradition, and it continues to feed me. I've found that as long as you keep dancing and keep your body flowing and moving, diseases of the body, mind, and spirit cannot set in, and mental and emotional disturbances have no place to fester. Sickness shows up in a body that doesn't go with the flow, but if you actively purify, fast, pray, and do spirit dancing, then aches and pains, physical energy blocks, a broken heart, and even high blood pressure can be flushed out of your system. So go forth and dance, as the ancestors that have gone before you have danced. Dance and shake off the madness and the blues of the unnatural society we live in. For spirit dance contains a nature cure that modern medicine science cannot duplicate. I will never forget a particular Wep Renput festival which falls during the month of my birth. All day, our African Kemetic community celebrated our new year through drums and tambourines, bells, chants, spoken word, fashion, drama, and prayers. And then we danced. We danced, led by Abdel Salam, the priest of Harlem Shrine of Pest, a master dancer, choreographer, and director of the Forbes of Nature, a world-renowned dance company that represents our culture at its best. Abdel took our village through a healing dance ritual. He called for 7 brothers and 7 sisters to face one another, men on one side of the room and women on the other. The dancers did as he asked, even though no one was sure what was to take place. He then told us that we as African people used to dance in many ways, for many reasons, such as resolving conflicts, settling arguments, and disputes between man and woman, between husband and wife. So dance became the conduit in our culture for resolving heated emotional conflicts between the sexes. Then Abdul gave a sign to begin the healing ritual, and the couples paired off, ready for the duel. He reached his hands up toward the sky, toward Mother Newt, as the drums began to roll. Then he dropped his hands down to the earth. Father Geb and the dance battle was on. The first sister in the line came forward. She took her hips in her partner's face with a lot of attitude. He then responded in kind and jumped into the air, flinging his locks wildly like a lion. She swirled at her partner like a panther. He spun out on her. His legs shot up high in the air. She clasped her hands behind her, only to abruptly smack her palms down on the floor. She stopped. He looked. He stared. They smiled. We breathed, relieved. So this is page 192. The drums were on fire. We were all healing. The village was gyrating in this intense atmosphere, hands flying, one couple after the next, breasts contracting, chests releasing, stomachs rolling, buttocks tightening, bodies sweating. My sister healer, Dr. Joel Pulkram, and I screamed and laughed and shouted and applauded. We flashed our onks in approval and gratitude for the masterful way our ancestors demonstrated through Abdel Salam. It was an intense and joyful healing through dance. When the battle was over, the couples embraced one after the next. Abdel lifted their arms into the air as they stood on either side of him, and we all, the whole village, clapped, for we had all won. This was a conflict that worked itself out without a curse or a slap or bloodshed. Words and emotions were expressed through movements. The language of the soul was spoken. The tension was released through the dance, and we breathed peace and joy into the atmosphere. Everyone was left intact, and the village was ecstatic. This healing dance ritual reminds me of the breakdancing the young Africans and Latin people created and used to do battle through in the 1970s without guns. Aggression, discontent, and pride were expressed, but everyone was left intact. So take the lesson, sisters and mothers, move forward, and don't hold on to what's eating you. Put some music on, clap your hands, make some joyful noise, and dance. To dance is to experience inner freedom. To dance is to reconnect to the great mother and great father. To dance is to embrace life with passion, joy, and exuberance. When you learn how to dance well to any and all rhythms, you'll find that no matter what earth or life changes are going on, you'll be able to dance with its rhythms. And you'll dance so well that you'll never be swallowed up by chaos or fear because you know how to spin around and soar above all obstacles. Dance teaches you how to leap your spirit out of confusion. We are all spirit dancers. We know how to let the spirit move through us and flush pain or sadness away. We know how to use dance to enhance our lives, so express who and what you are through your dance. Whenever you're uptight, dance and see what magic happens. Whenever you're lost for answers to your life, dance out a vision of your quest. Dance to commune with your inner self. Dance to commune with your ancestors. Dance joy and peace and beauty into your life from on high. Dance a healing dance. Dance a freedom dance. Just dance. Sacred women everywhere, dance. The dance of the womb, sacred movement for physical purification and spiritual rejuvenation. The dance of the womb is a profound cycle of sacred movement. It was channeled through me because I needed to heal my womb and convey my love to her. When I began to do these movements and saw the results in my body, I realized that many other women needed the same divine sacred movement to restore their wombs and lives. The dance of the womb movements are a gift from the divine. So sisters, let's dance. The dance of the womb offers a series of 25 rhythmic movements that gently flow one into the other. Every movement is designed to create a healthy, vibrant, well-rounded womb. It may take from 30 minutes to an hour to complete the full series of dance movements. For womb rejuvenation, these healing movements should be practiced every day. For best results, as you incorporate the dance of the womb into your daily life, be sure to eat only wholesome, flesh-free foods, including an abundance of fresh fruits and vegetables, and drink plenty of pure water. You will soon find that you're on the path to maintaining a disease-free, vibrant womb and a body that is filled with light and love. As sacred women, we must cleanse our wombs daily and accept that we have the power to heal so we can be healthy and radiate pure energy through our bodies. So upon the rising of the sun, we also rise and face the east as we lovingly and gently nurture, rejuvenate, strengthen, and relax our body, mind, and spirit through the dance of the womb. This is now page 193. With each exhalation, we release all forms of death as we say, today I shake out of my womb all tumors and cysts. Today I stretch out of my womb all signs of pain, PMS, and cancer. Today I build strength into my most sacred seat. A healthy whole womb is my divine birthright. Keep in mind that revitalizing the womb takes much more than a cup of herbal tea and 1 or 2 exercises. Establishing true womb wellness requires a lifestyle change. So remember to nurture yourself with natural living principles every day. The fertility dances of many of the indigenous cultures around the world, Africa, China, Japan, India, Europe, Brazil, and the Caribbean, are all involve rotation and stimulating movements of the buttocks. I don't know why that word is so weird to me. Buttocks, hips, and pelvis. These movements are excellent forms of womb rejuvenation. They should become a part of your daily discipline for womb wellness because they promote flexibility, strength, agility, lubrication, and joy. They vibrate out accumulated poisons from within and around the womb. When you do these movements, accompanied by drums, shakirs, bells, and/or tambras and tambourines, you'll experience a soulful healing as well. Playing musical instruments helps you maintain inner harmony and balance. If your mate plays an instrument while you dance, a healing transformation can take place for both of you. Whew. It's amazing. You don't have to be professional musicians and dancers to achieve the desired goal. You need only to seek to heal and to love. Through music and dance, you can create a loving male-female attunement and reverence within your earthly and heavenly realms. All right, so I'm going to take a quick break. We are on 193 at the bottom on the left column. So the next section would be how to breathe with the dance of the womb. And we are making our way. I'm so excited right now. All right, well, thank you all for joining me. We will be back very soon. So we'll see how much more I can read today. And yeah, I'm excited. We're getting through, and I'm excited. All right, so meet you back here in just a few. Peace.